Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that wakes up millions of us every single morning: coffee. Specifically, we're exploring how one single country has dominated the global coffee scene for over 150 years. That's right, we're talking about Brazil, the undisputed king of coffee. So grab your favorite mug, take a sip, and let's journey to the heart of the coffee empire. How did Brazil achieve this incredible feat? It's a story that involves history, geography, and massive scale. For a century and a half, Brazil has been the world's largest coffee producer, and the numbers are just staggering. Today, it produces about a third of all the coffee consumed globally. To put that into perspective, if you line up 3 cups of coffee, chances are one of them came from Brazilian beans. This isn't just a recent trend, it's a long-standing legacy. The story begins in the 18th century. Legend has it that coffee was smuggled into Brazil from French Guiana. From a few small plants, a gigantic industry was born. By the 1840s, Brazil had already become the dominant force in the coffee market. What made it so successful? The answer lies in its vast land and ideal climate. Brazil has enormous regions, like Minas Gerais, São Paulo, and Espírito Santo, which have the perfect combination of temperature, rainfall, and altitude for growing coffee plants, particularly the Arabica and Robusta varieties. Imagine sprawling landscapes stretching as far as the eye can see, covered in endless rows of coffee trees. That's the reality in Brazil. The country's sheer size allows for production on a scale that's unimaginable in most other coffee-growing nations. We're talking about millions of acres dedicated solely to coffee cultivation. This immense scale gives Brazil a significant advantage. It allows them to produce a massive volume of coffee, which helps stabilize global supply and often influences prices worldwide. When Brazil has a good harvest, coffee prices tend to be lower for everyone. When they face a frost or a drought, the entire world feels it. But it's not just about size, it's also about innovation. Over the decades, Brazilian coffee farmers and researchers have pioneered new cultivation and processing methods. They have developed more resilient and productive coffee plant varieties and have mastered different processing techniques that significantly impact the final taste of the bean. One of the most common methods in Brazil is the natural or dry process, where the coffee cherries are dried whole with the fruit still encasing the bean. This method, which is possible thanks to Brazil's abundant sunshine and dry seasons, often imparts a sweet, fruity, and less acidic flavor to the coffee, a profile that many people around the world have come to love. This leads us to the flavor. What does Brazilian coffee actually taste like? While it's impossible to generalize an entire country's output, Brazilian coffees are often characterized by their low acidity, smooth body, and sweet, nutty, or chocolatey notes. Think flavors of caramel, almond, and milk chocolate. This pleasant and approachable flavor profile makes Brazilian coffee a perfect base for espresso blends. If you've ever had a latte or cappuccino from a major coffee chain, it's highly likely that a significant portion of that espresso shot was made from Brazilian beans. They provide that reliable, comforting coffee flavor that serves as a fantastic foundation for other, more exotic beans to shine. However, the Brazilian coffee industry is not a monolith. It's incredibly diverse. You have everything from massive, highly mechanized plantations that look like something out of a science fiction movie to small, family-owned farms that have been passed down through generations. These smaller farms are increasingly focusing on specialty coffee, producing unique microlots with complex and exciting flavor profiles that can rival the best coffees from anywhere in the world. So while Brazil is known for its volume, it's also a place of incredible quality and diversity. These specialty coffees might have notes of tropical fruit, berries, or floral hints, showcasing a completely different side of what the country can produce. The economic and social impact of coffee on Brazil is also immense. The industry employs millions of people, from the farmers and pickers in the fields to the workers in the processing mills and the exporters who ship the beans across the globe. For many rural communities, coffee isn't just a crop. It's a way of life that sustains families and entire towns. The government and various organizations have also been pushing for more sustainable and ethical practices, focusing on environmental conservation and fair labor conditions, ensuring the industry has a positive future. So, How has Brazil managed to maintain its top spot for so long? It's a combination of factors: a head start in history, unparalleled geographical advantages, a commitment to large-scale production, continuous innovation, and an incredibly diverse range of products that appeal to both the mass market and the specialty coffee connoisseur. While countries like Vietnam and Colombia are major players, Brazil's sheer volume and influence are in a league of their own. It has created an infrastructure and a culture around coffee that is deeply embedded in its national identity. Next time you're enjoying your daily cup, take a moment to think about where it might have come from. There's a good chance its journey began on a sunny hillside in Brazil, a country that has truly mastered the art and science of coffee, shaping the way the entire world starts its day. From the massive plantations to the small artisanal farms, Brazil's coffee story is as rich and complex as the beverage itself. It's a legacy built over centuries, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Thank you so much for joining me on this caffeinated journey today. If you enjoyed learning about the powerhouse of the coffee world, please give this video a thumbs up. And consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the things we eat and drink every day. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is your favorite type of coffee? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.